I'm Jen Peachman, your guest host for the Mortgage Innovators Podcast for today. And I am super excited to have the man, the myth, the legend, the one and the only Kevin Peranio joining me today. He is the Chief Lending Officer of PRMG, a longtime friend of mine, and going to be keynoting at the Mortgage Innovators Conference this year. Hey, KP, how are you?
Good, Jen. How are you doing? Thanks for having me.
Great. So excited to have you. Thanks for squeezing me into your super busy schedule. We appreciate it.
Of course, I always make room for you. You know, you're pretty legendary in your own right. So that anyone that's on the trade show conference circuit knows the brand Jen Peachman. So thank you for joining me.
You're too kind. So we're less than 2 months away from Mortgage Innovators 2023. I know you've been there in the past. I have as well. 2 awesome days at the Hilton in Anaheim. What are you most excited for? What's been your experience in the past at Mortgage Innovators?
Man, I was blown away with my first one. I got to go out there. I think Chuck Iverson was the chair. You know, he's at Mason McDuffie, and he was the conference chair putting it together. And he asked me to be on a panel with I believe it was Blend and Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. We were talking about, you know, technology, and that was several years back, and it was awesome. I mean, just a great show. It's a little different, right? Because it's California based, and so a lot of the tech shows out there are generally in Las Vegas. And as you know, there's 4, 5, 15 trade shows in Vegas a year, depending on, what line of business you're in. So it's always nice to catch a break and come to California for this show. And the Mortgage Innovator Conference specifically, it's pretty cool because it's the last really good tech show before the summer kicks off, and then Father's Day hits like that very weekend, and people have all their travel in July, and things really don't pick back up again in earnest until the fall. And I mean, that's an eternity in our business. That's a long time. So it's your last good chance to catch some tech and some information, some ideas and collaboration that's working in the middle of spring purchase season before it's over, and then, start implementing things into the second half of the year when your company's not as busy and can make big changes. And so I love the timing of it. I love the location, and I love the leadership team that puts it on, the California Mortgage Banker Association board.
It's last year was my first one, and I was really blown away. I wasn't sure what to expect, and it was really collaborative discussions, tons of networking on it's a large conference, but it really feels like on a really intimate level. And I think, to your point, lots of tech demos, lots of opportunities to see what's out there before we all get, hopefully, just super busy again.
Well, plus you're right there in Anaheim. I mean, you're literally like in Disneyland. It's the happiest place on earth, right? So, there's a vibe there. We had the outdoor party on the roof that one of the sponsors held for us. I believe it was Stewart, if I'm not mistaken, and champagne toast with Access Lending Academy. I mean, there's so many cool things, and just getting to meet different vendors out there that come. It's a highly well attended for C-level and decision maker, especially independent mortgage bankers. We're based in California, so some real big guns come out there, and it's just it is a unique vibe. It's very cool.
We've got you keynoting. Is there anything you can tease to us? What are you going to be talking about? What are you excited for this one, outside of the parties and the networking and all the good sessions? What's on the docket for you this time?
Well, Susan Milazzo, the CEO of the California MBA, everyone loves her so much. She's so amazing, such a great operator. It's been there a while too, so the consistency of leadership is it really comes out. And I've had a chance to work with her over the years. And Paul Gelati is also part of the planning team right there. He's the founder of Access Lending Academy. We had a little brainstorming session, and I kind of wanted to switch it up a little bit, right? So instead of me coming out and talking for like an hour and everyone just kind of like dozing off, we wanted to kind of bookend it, right? So I said this saying, the 3 T's, okay? I learned this in sales, and like when I was a wholesale account executive at First Magnus, like in 01, it's like, tell them what you're going to tell them, then tell them what you told them. So we're going to take this 3 T's approach. We're going to have a small keynote in the morning, have a bunch of collaborative sessions, and have there's the lightning round, there's different vendors that come out there, there's different sessions of content, then come back later and then, tell them what you told them. So it's kind of like a recap. It's like, we're all in this together. So I don't want to be up there, barking at people. That's not my style. That's not how I roll. I mean, of course I'll drop some nuggets here and there, but I want to make it a collaborative effort. So for me, that word is super important. So that's a format. It's a pretty cool format. I think it's going to work well.
This year's all about unity, especially at Mortgage Innovators. It's bringing folks together who are looking to do business in the future and putting our heads together, taking away with the great nuggets that I'm sure you'll share, as well as others that are really actionable that you can put into place that are going to really impact your business. So good stuff. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
So on the theme of innovation, obviously, the Mortgage Innovators Conference, you're a super tech savvy guy. Your company always seems to be kind of at the forefront and exploring new opportunities and new vendor partnerships and really digging deep with the partners that you're utilizing. So tell me, what's the secret? Like, how are you creating such a, or fostering such a culture of innovation at PRMG?
Well, I think there's two different paths you can go by as a company, right? So some companies want to develop and own and do everything, right? And everything runs and flows through them. And that's a big lift. It's a big haul. Sometimes you get things wrong and there's no backup plan, right? So we've heard of companies that try and build their own loan origination system, for example, right? And so and that's kind of the anchor, I would say, for tech and how everything flows through a lender. And so we're in a different camp where, we're anchored to one of the large enterprise LOSs. And for us, it's Encompass, ICE Mortgage Technology. And so our strategy is to find maybe not necessarily best in breed. We think best in breed, but best in breed partners that can integrate and create an ecosystem. But for us, it's very unique. We try to have multiple vendors for each different thing. So we don't have, just one CRM or just one point of sale or just one this or that. So we have multiple options. So we bring optionality. And so that's been a vision we've been putting into place for about the last 7 years. And so I'd love to talk about that and show leadership that's coming out there that that approach isn't as hard as it sounds. It sounds like, oh, I got to do 2 of this and 2 of that. But there are ways to shortcut that. So I think that's something we'll talk about, kind of ways to approach it. And then, of course, how everything's going, data driven. And, there's so many new vendors out there that are finding new, quicker, faster ways to integrate data into their process and just shortcut a lot of manual steps. So for me, everything is about time, compressing time, reducing friction, and scaling your business. So we're going to talk about those 3 things and how when you reduce that time because of tech partnerships, that you're able to get back time to do more of the stuff that you and I love, which is relationship building, people to people action. So really, it's like your people, their people, our people, we have different approaches, and you just use tech to kind of cull everything out and just be about relationship and people.
I love it. Well said. Well, that's all I have for you today. I appreciate you joining us. We can't wait to see you June 14th and 15th in Anaheim at the Hilton. Early bird registration rates have been extended, everyone. Sponsorships opportunities are still out there. So if you're an innovator, you're around the area, or you're up for one of the most unique tech shows out there and really focus on collaboration and innovation, join us. You don't have to be just in California. It certainly has a national draw. So check it out at mortgageinnovators.com. You can check out KP and myself there live. He'll be sharing all sorts of good stuff during his time on stage, broken up throughout the entire conference this time. Exciting stuff.
Thank you, Jen. Looking forward to it. Get those tickets booked.
Thanks. I'll see you soon.
All right. Cheers.
Bye.